Didn't I? Uh-huh. How wonderful to see everyone here on this glorious day. August the 10th already. What a beautiful day. It is awesome. So, would you all like to join me in singing our opening song? The words are right there. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. I can feel the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on its face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Awesome. Our Sunday services are being live streamed. Thank you for helping to support our Unity ministry by donating on PayPal, or you may go to our website, unityofbillings.org, which is amazing. Every time I go there, there's something new. And again, our gratitude for Leslie and Clayton for pulling that all together for us and keeping it going. Good morning. Okay, we are still, this year is still part of our 100-year celebration for Unity of Billings. And we are having an open house on September the 20th from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. There are sign-ups in the back if you would like to host for an hour, 2 hours, whatever length of time that you would like to be here. There'll be more information as we go along. And you may also sign up to bring a salad. We're going to have a salad bar and also hot dogs and chips and lots of other things. By the time everybody finishes bringing things, it'll be a feast as usual, which is awesome. So I'm definitely going to be here. So we'll have food, games, tours, and fun. Yeah, lots of fun always. We have, for any of the young people or the young at heart people, we have busy bags in the basket in the back for any of the children that would like to participate in those. They're wonderful. You'll just return them at the end of the service. And those were donated by Elizabeth. Our meditation room is available 9:30 a.m. on Sundays, Monday and Tuesday evenings from 7 to 8 p.m. Our speakers this month today is Leslie Fisher, coming down with a case of human, which is going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. August 17th will be Reverend Edie Weichel, Anything You Want. And August 24th, Reverend Phil Zemke, who is our minister of record, and he will be here from Bozeman. His messages are always fun as well. We will have no service August the 31st, Labor Day weekend. Sorry. I am a summer person, and it's just like, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And now, if you'll take a moment and center yourselves, take a deep cleansing breath, and we will hear the Unity song with David Friedman.
Every prayer is answered, every prayer is heard, every thought and feeling every spoken word, what your soul has longed for, what your heart can feel, is already here, is already real. There is no one out there, there is no one else. You hold all the answers deep inside yourself. There's a voice that whispers, there's no you, no me, there's just one, there's just unity. One power, one presence, one light to lead the way, all loving, all knowing, that answers when you pray. When the world looks darkest and your eyes can't see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you, I will always be. I am one, I am unity. We are one, we are
Thank you, David. And thank you for hitting those high notes every time. Man, that's impressive.
No joke.
And I will now light our unity candle, our peace candle, that is the light of God within all of us and in our service today. Our daily word, if you'll join me in affirming, resilient, courageous and strong, I am resilient. Everyone who gets knocked down from time to time has the choice whether to give up or get up. Getting up and gathering the strength and desire to try again is resilience. Spiritual living helps me build it. Claiming divine ideas in prayer, engaging the power of my imagination to envision my success, and using my wisdom and will to discern the best way forward and choose it all help me to be resilient in the face of defeat or discouragement. That was a long sentence.
You nailed it though.
Okay, good. Everybody got that? Okay, we'll move on. Through the power of the Christ within, I am willing to keep trying until I succeed. I understand setbacks happen to everyone. I do not let them deter me or take a failed effort personally. I am strong and capable of doing what I set my mind to do. I am resilient. Keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous and strong. 1 Corinthians 16:13. And again, will you affirm with me, resilient, courageous and strong, I am resilient. By the way, This is the Christ candle, not the peace candle. But it is peace. It's peace, Christ, love, light, all that stuff. Anyway, I'm like, peace candle? Yeah, I just get up here and make it up as I go along. You know? That's what we gotta do. Good to see you. And now we'll take a moment and let me find my place. All right, good. Here we are. Thank you, Robin. Robin keeps me straight. She numbers everything and she puts arrows and all that stuff. And yet, still we have human error.
Or Linda error.
Linda error, exactly. If you all will join me in affirming our Unity Foundation principle. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. And our Unity of Billings affirmation that was crafted by our Unity prayer chaplain, our Charlene Inglis. Through divine wisdom and grace, Unity of Billings is vibrant, healing, and inclusive. And Charlene is in the house, so if you have any prayer needs, please get with her after the service and she will pray with you. And now, if you'll take a moment and take your prayers, your love offerings, your tithes, hold them in your hands, infuse them with your love and your light, all of your awesome energy, and join me in praying. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. And our special music today will be performed by Rick. Rick and Jane, are you singing?
I'm gonna try.
All right. Jane's
Get the money first.
And we're also, get the money first.
It's one that you all know, so we can have fun.
Page 356.
Yes.
Peace like a river. Is it a sing-along?
Yes. You may rise or sit, whichever you want.
Would you like the microphone? Do you want me to hold it for you? I can have it. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna play the melody once, and then we'll sing all 3 verses.
Nice. Thank you so much, Rick and Jane. Very nice. Very nice. And now as we take a moment to go inward and rejoice in the fact that we are all here together in this moment, in this time, with our beautiful energies commingling and filling this place, this very special place, with love and light. There's already a lot of love and light here. And take a deep cleansing breath. And just feel it. As this energy moves throughout this time and space and goes into our communities, into the world, the love and the light that we generate here. And so it is. All right. And now, without further ado, Leslie Fisher coming down with a case of human. Nice, I love it. Thank you. Do you want this in your hand or do you want this?
That's fine. It'll
Okay.
just, I don't tend to move around too much.
Do you want the light?
Okay.
Okay, plenty of light. You're all good.
There's plenty of light in this room.
There is
from
a lot
all
of light
you.
here.
Awesome. How are we doing this morning? Everybody's here? Everybody's awake? All right. I gave out some handouts, and if you didn't get one, there probably is still a couple left in the back. If not, we can make more copies. Okay, yeah, there. I noticed a few people come in after I set them down back there, and I was like, shoot. The idea, and I'm not going to go over it too much, it's more of something for you to take with you after the fact. But the idea is to just kind of have a reminder of the fact that we are 100% human and 100% divine, and to have some, I don't know, you could write in the outline the part of God that you're trying to embody that day as like a reminder to yourself, or the part that you're trying to embody all the time. It'll make more sense after I'm done talking. Probably should have talked about it afterwards, but I'm winging it, like we said. All right, coming down to the case of human. In so many spiritual practices, our humanness is viewed and taught as less than, unhelpful, something to be contained or quieted. I've even heard it referred to as a sickness or a disease, or something downright evil. But that was one of the first things that I latched onto when I really started learning about Unity teachings, was this idea that we are both 100% divine and 100% human, and that both were good, necessary, and equally important parts of the whole. There were other people who didn't jive with the bad, broken human rhetoric, and I knew I had to keep going. Several years later, I have grown and learned so much about myself and about the other lovely souls around me. And I still see people who look at their humanity and see something that needs fixing. Rather than a unique expression of the divine, the necessary physical counterpart for spirit to individuate and experience life in a meaningful and ever-expanding way. Consider the following quote. I'm going to butcher his name, but he is a very high-level Buddhist monk, and he's written a lot of books and stuff. Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche? Probably butchered it entirely. Sorry about that. He said, "Many people make the mistake of thinking that since ego is the root of suffering, the goal of spirituality must be to conquer and destroy ego. They struggle to eliminate ego's heavy hand, but that struggle is merely another expression of ego. We go around and around trying to improve ourselves through struggle until we realize that ambition to improve ourselves is the problem." So one of the things you learn early on in Unity ministry is a concept called adjacent possible. Some of you maybe have heard of it if you've dabbled in Reverend Paul Hasselbeck's teachings. He talks about it really well. It's a really great way of summing up a phenomenon that's universal. We all run into it at some point. But he really refined it and put it through the lens of like Unity teachings really well. And if you're interested on Unity metaphysics or metaphysics in general, he has some great stuff. And if you're not sure what I mean by metaphysics, because I know that word is kind of tossed around a lot, it is defined as the branch of philosophy that deals with the first principles of things, including abstract concepts such as being, knowing, substance, cause, identity, time, and space. Now, if that sounds maybe a little lofty, that's because it is. This concept is at the crux of every spiritual thinker's journey, the question that makes us keep searching, meditating, daydreaming, and wishing. This is also the function of the priest, the mystic, the minister, to extract the essence of these transcendent, complex ideas and then share their findings in a way that's moderately understandable and practically applicable to the lives of others. But notice I didn't use the word palatable, because it isn't always. Now, sometimes we butt up against this adjacent possible, which is the reach a mind has to make to get there. It's the reason we don't teach kindergartners about the vacuum of space. Like, you can convince a kindergartner to look up and see the moon, and oh yeah, it's out there, it's in the sky, it's in space, it's really, really far away. They can kind of grasp that, okay? But what they can't grasp is this idea that there are things that exist quantifiably that they can't see with their eyes, like air molecules. Or that out in space where the moon lives, we can't live or breathe without a spacesuit. So to them, that's just going to be too much, probably. And they'll just dismiss the whole concept as untenable or at least scary. And that happens sometimes when you try and introduce Unity principles to someone who's deeply attached and resonating with an anthropomorphic idea of God that might be too far of a stretch. And reactions can range from deer in the headlights to full-on rage. Let me be clear, I am here for people having the most intimate and personally meaningful relationship with God in whatever way resonates with their individual expression, even if I don't hold the same specific ideas myself. I can support you without fully understanding you because you are an expression of the divine, same as me. What I will challenge is this predominant idea in so many religions that the human is inherently broken somehow. Like I said before, our human is essential, an integral part of the expression of God. How else would spirit pick a flower, but with the deaf, or speak words of truth, but with a strong, articulate human voice? Ease the suffering of another, but with a listening ear, or a big old bear hug. We are the means by which spirit may know and engage with itself. And we are all of us divinely unique, very much intentionally. Let me offer a metaphor. I came up with this one. Look out the window on a sunny day onto a grassy lawn. Just imagine that. We all know what that looks like. The sunlight, though hot, does not set the grass on fire, but still touches each blade of grass. The particles of light pass through and bounce off the grass, nourishing it and sustaining it in an invisible, quiet way. However, if you took a magnifying glass out onto that grass and focused the sunlight through it for long enough, that same benevolent light would actually catch the grass on fire. It becomes concentrated and so powerful. The sunlight is spirit, God, source, all that is, the divine, whatever name you want to give to the immutable, infinite mind, presence, and principle that sustains and nourishes all things seen and unseen. And this is why we shorten it, because it is a mouthful. Like the sun on the grass, it permeates and gives life to all things. But spirit, in and of itself, can do very little in the way of doing. That's where we come in. Unity teaches a concept that is mind, which is the sunlight, God, source, idea, the magnifying glass, the Christ consciousness, logos, if you're a scholar, and then expression, the concentrated beam of sunlight, humanity, the physical universe. We are the light of God, concentrated through a specific magnifying glass, so that that light may express in a certain intentional way, and not simply be, but do. We are the means by which spirit manifests in the world, and the way that the unknowable may become known to itself. We are all one in the presence, in the spiritual realm of the absolute. Now I ask, is the concentrated sunlight burning the grass broken or bad? Or is it simply misaligned with its purpose? If you used it to start a fire in the middle of winter to keep your toes from freezing off, it'd be praised and seen as a gift. So the ways we choose to use our power in this life matter. But in order to use it wisely, we must first integrate and accept the wholeness of our human expression. We have to bring in all the parts of ourselves, even the ones that are hard to love, and use those to interact with the world. Humanity teaches that we are 100% human and 100% divine. And I know I keep saying that, and some of you are trying to puzzle it out. Don't get stuck on the math. We are talking about bigger things here. We are both and. And so to discount our human as less than, or broken, irredeemable, or inherently evil even, is to dishonor the truth of our divine expression. It is to deny our position as products of our Creator, as expressions of divine mind, which is altogether good. We affirm it every Sunday. It is also infinite. And sometimes I think we understand infinity, but maybe we just know what the word means. We cannot fully comprehend the unknowable, infinite presence of the divine, at least not all at once, or we would overload our human processors. Mind blown, literally. And I hear the question now, well, doesn't that discredit the human in us, that we can't process it all at once? Not if. The intent behind individuating and expressing in infinitely unique ways is to more deeply delve into a single experience or idea. Each of us has a unique opportunity in our lives to discover what facet of the divine we give expression and life to, and to express it in the truest and most authentic way we are able. There's a beautiful book that I reference often in my classes. It's actually a children's book, but if anything, that just makes the concepts easier to grasp. It's called The Little Soul and the Sun, and we'll come back to that in a minute. But it begins with a soul talking to God about what it wants to learn when it goes to Earth this time. And I think this is close to the truth. We can't individually express the fullness of the divine all at once, but we can fully express a quality of the divine at any given moment. And throughout the course of our lives, we can grow to deeply and intimately understand a few qualities that we resonate with and practice often. Is my water bottle over there? I'm sorry, I am parched. I was like, gosh, I need a drink. Too much talking, I don't talk this much normally. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. In the book, the little soul chooses to be forgiving. Today, I am choosing to be wisdom. When we encounter the suffering of another, we can choose to be compassion or love. When we find ourselves trudging through the mundanities of life, we can choose to be zeal. And in doing so, we can embody an aspect of the divine, fully use it to make a real impact on the world and in the lives and experiences of others. Today, I hope the wisdom I offer reaches someone in a meaningful way that helps them realize their own divinity. When we choose compassion or love, we can remind someone that they're not alone in this world and restore their hope in themselves. When we choose zeal, we can find joy in all things as part of our journey in this life. Now, it is also true that each expression has the ability to burn the grass. And if we're not aligned with the truth of our divine expression, we can make choices that look bad from the position of the ego. But they address this in The Little Soul in the Sun too, and it's in such a beautiful way, and it's really easy to grasp. I love children's books for that kind of stuff. The little soul chooses to be forgiving, but God reminds them that God only creates good things. And so there isn't anything in all of creation that inherently needs forgiving. So another soul comes over and says they'll help the little soul on its journey by giving it something to forgive. But to do so, they will have to pretend so hard to be something that they are not. And they task the little soul with, when I forget who I am because I'm pretending so hard to give you someone to forgive, I need you to remember who I am. And I think that's, it makes me cry every time I think about it, because it gives us an alternate perspective on the people that hurt us, the people who wrong us. They are part of our journey for a reason, and they are also an expression of the divine, and it could just be that they're here for us to forgive. And in the same way, when we operate out of alignment with our divine nature, we are pretending to be something we are not, to the point where we might actually forget what we are. And what we are is the hands of God, the feet of God, the ears and mouth and beating heart of God. In our glorious humanity, we may come to know the divine in ourselves and in all things in a way that is unique, meaningful, and expansive. In this way, spirit stretches into infinity, and we grow ever wiser, kinder, and more aligned with the truth of who and what we are. May you honor your human today and every day. Thank you. Thank you. I'm actually going to grab, it's just Junie today, but we're going to talk a little bit too, because I did bring the book. And she's heard the book before. We've read this at bedtime many, many times. I was hoping there would be more kiddos today. Hey, you remember this book? Yeah. You remember what it talks about?
Yeah.
No. Well, good. Then we can dig into it together. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. It's called The Little Soul and the Sun.
You heard that.
I did. I have mom ears. I hear everything. So remember, here's the little soul, and it's talking to God. And God says, you are the light. And the little soul was so happy it had figured out what all the little souls in the kingdom were there to figure out. What are you doing?
How about we actually just read the whole thing?
We'll take too long to read the whole thing in front of everybody. But we're gonna get to there, and I want to know what you think. Okay? Okay. So the soul is reminded that it is the light of God. But then the soul wants to learn. But when Junie, I need you to work with me here.
Serious.
What? No way! You says that it wants to learn to be forgiving. And then God says, well, there's a problem. There's no one to forgive. And the little soul's disappointed. Says, what? No one? God says, everything I have made is perfect. There is not a single soul in all creation less perfect than you. Look around you. And then the little soul gets really sad because it wants to learn forgiving. And then this other soul walks up and says, I'll help you. I'll pretend to be someone who needs to be forgiven. And I'll probably have to do some bad things, and I might forget who I am. So I need you to remember who I am when I forget. And that's when this page gets really dark, because this soul is putting on a dark cloak to pretend to be someone who does something mean and awful that needs to be forgiven. They're pretending so hard they might forget who they are. So they ask this soul to remember who they are and forgive them. You understand? Clearly.
Nope.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, maybe we need to talk about it more later, but
Yeah.
do you understand that? What does your button say? What's the first thing that your button says at home?
My light is bright and always shines. I am unique, happy, and alive.
Good job. There you go. There you go. Nailed it.
What's this?
That's the other muted microphone. Okay, I think we've got as much as we're going to get. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you